station where independent artists get their music played. You heard me?
Come on. Welcome back. We here again.
Welcome to Blunts in the Basement.
That's right.
I am your host, Sound Supreme.
It's a 6-pack of Miller.
And we here today.
Come smoke with us, man.
Come smoke with us.
You know, like something, smoke something, roll something, man.
Yes, indeed.
You know, right now we're in the midst of rolling up, trying to get it right.
Right? Trying to get it started today. So, this week for the Battle of the Buds, I'm going to be bringing to the table some AK cookies. It's already freshly rolled, a little fatter than last week, but not as big as his.
Definitely needed that one because that was terrible last week. That was terrible. Like he was just smoking his finger. He's like his finger. He's smoking his finger and he's just blowing smoke out. This shit was crazy.
Hey, I done smoked so much over the years. I probably could get high off my finger. Just in case it's a zombie apocalypse or something like that. You might want to save a nigga fingers to smoke. Anyway, all right, but what you working with this week, Pat? What you got?
I got some wedding cake this week, man.
All right, something you're
married
married to.
Yeah, married to a married
Right,
child.
right.
You know how that go.
Wedding cake.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in addition to that, this week we going, hit a couple topics. We're going to, talk about the Sixers, of course, and the NBA playoffs. See what's going on over there. A couple surprises that happened since the last time we've been on here. Also, we wanted to touch base about Clarissa Shields and her new endeavors.
Yeah.
She's trying to take over the world.
Special shout out to her.
Absolutely. I definitely like that winning energy. We're going to do a little story this week. Go back in the past and tell a little story about, what some things that done happened with us in the past. That'll be a quick little story segment towards the end. All right, so you're not even ready to smoke yet.
No,
So
I'm still preparing, man. These are come prepared.
You're working on black folk time. You know what I mean? Getting prepared. You know what I mean? I came in just slightly pre-twisted. You know what I mean? So this is the retwisted. Anyway. All right, so just on some common stuff. Then the Sixers is always a casual conversation. How you like this? We up 2-1. Atlanta came out with that fugazi ass first fucking game. You know what I mean? It was arguably the most impressive game all time ever in basketball as far as a team like Atlanta. And I don't think they're ever going to have a game like that again the rest of this series. That game was their 2001 Allen Iverson against the Lakers game.
Hey man, Trae Young was balling, man. Trae Young was balling, man.
Absolutely, but that's it. We got the magic number. We know what you're trying to do. It ain't happening. All right.
All right, wait a minute though. Can I at least get somebody to say that Nate McMillan is an alright coach, man?
Oh, Nate McMillan is a decent.
He always been a defensive dude.
Yeah.
He's always been a defensive coach, so I respect that.
But I've been hearing some stuff, man. People not trying to give Nate his props, but I think Nate is an alright coach.
You got to give Nate his props because he got a team that's not accustomed to being in the playoffs and performing like they perform, playing above what I'm used to seeing the Hawks playing. They're a legitimate contender. Just the Sixers is on a slightly other level as far as personnel right now, and some key pieces for the Hawks is hurt. Not that I think that was going to play a part in them having a chance, but yeah. Because DeAndre Hunter, to me, that's like if Everybody Hates Chris was damn near 7 feet tall. When I see him, he reminds me of the boy from Everybody Hates Chris.
Wow.
The boy that played Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah. DeAndre Hunter, Chris. Anyway,
Oh shit.
but yeah, you know what I mean. Like I really think that now this series, this is not going no more than 6, and I don't see Atlanta winning another game unless Embiid
that
get
means
hurt
it's
or we
going
decide
5.
to rest him. I don't see them winning another game.
Yeah, that means you think it's going 5 then.
Yeah. But I think Embiid is going to want. He play every game. There's so many moments. Like he down again.
He's too big to be falling off. You know what I'm saying? He's too big for that.
And all his falls are so
Hard.
aggressive.
They're
Like,
hard falls.
them Jones hurt me.
Like, cause most people try to break their falls. You don't even try to break the fall.
He
You
goes
just
full
fall.
force.
They be bouncing and going boom, boom. Like, what's up with you?
Like last night's game, like he went down. He went down face first, knee first. He had at least 3 good falls last night. You know, and every time I was like, is this going to be the one where he going to be sitting over there for the rest of the game?
It's all about Ben Simmons at the end of the day, man.
I was just about to say that because I didn't get a chance to really see last night's game.
But he got aggressive in the third quarter. He has aggressive moments on offense.
Hey, let me see that Astro right there, brother. Small, man.
He has aggressive moments on offense. Like he came out in the third quarter, and he definitely was. You know, he had some momentum with him in the third quarter. He got a couple nice dunks. I think he started off with like a 9-point run in the start of the second half. He scored like the first 9 points. He had like 2 steals, real quick. You know, my problem with Ben, and this is the only problem I got with Ben, is I want for him to play with that aggression all game long. If I can get that aggression on both ends of on the court all game long, which is not easy to do, but if you're talking about being a multi-million-dollar player, we need that same aggression on both ends all game.
And that's only because he has the biggest impact on the game.
He does.
So if he's applying the pressure to the defense, that makes Embiid's shots easier. That makes
Tobias,
Harris' job,
yeah.
Tobias' job easier. You know what I'm saying? Then it gets the shooters even open even more.
How about that?
So when he's not being aggressive, he's shooting the ball 5-6 times in the whole game, 48 minutes.
He's really a liability
Like,
at that
come
point.
on,
If
man,
you're
that's
not being
corny,
aggressive, it's a liability.
You know, but I blame that where he's from.
How about that? He used to fighting kangaroos.
Like, you play ball. The object of playing ball is to score.
How about that?
I don't care about no jump shot, layup, dunk, whatever you want to do it, man. Jump hook, whatever it may be. But you got, and I think he got to make his layups, man.
Yeah, he was
I'm not
missing.
trying
He
to
missed
shoot
too
the
many
ball, but
layups
he
last
missing
night.
too many layups, man. You too close to the basket. You already 6'10". So when you jump to the basket, right? Come on, it's right there.
And you, 98% of the time on offense, you got a mismatch. 98% of the time, whoever's defending you is a mismatch. So you have to be in a mindset to take advantage of that. You know, so just know that Ben Simmons, if you ever see this, hear this, watch this, that I am an advocate for you to be here forever. I don't ever want to see you go anywhere. I love what you bring to the table, but just know that you're not done. It's still another level. You know, talk to Embiid about it because he at that level right now.
It was up to me. It was up to me. We got Harden for 3. Ain't no way in the world. Ain't no way.
But Harden ain't helping his team right now.
I'm saying we don't know what the scenario will be if he's with us right now. We don't know if he'd have been hurt or not.
I think he was waiting to get hurt. Harden, it was no way. Every last one of those big 3, Durant, Harden, Kyrie Irving, they all have. Well, Harden, least out of all of them, the other 2 boys are more injury prone than Harden. Harden, this is the first time we've really experienced Harden missing substantial time in the season. You know, but Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, if one of them land wrong or if somebody cut Kyrie Irving toenail too hard, it's a wrap for him. You know what I mean? So that's why I picked a while ago, I took the Sixers over the Nets because I don't anticipate the Nets being healthy.
What's the series between Brooklyn and Milwaukee?
They got one more game left. I think it's it's either 3-0. It's 3-0 right now.
No.
Brooklyn. Milwaukee hasn't won.
Milwaukee just won last night or something.
But they won last night? I thought they lost.
And check the stats.
I think it's
man.
3-0.
No, man.
I think it's 3-0.
I think no, they just had a run, man.
I don't think Milwaukee won a game, dog. I think it's 3-0.
Check that out, man. Tor, can you check that out, Tor?
Yep, I got you.
I think Milwaukee won last, man. I think it's 2-1. If I am mistaken. I believe it's 2-1, man.
I think it's 3-0.
But shit, man, you know, keeping things rolling.
It's 2-1.
Oh, they did
2-1.
win the last game?
See?
Brooklyn leads 2-1.
Yeah, man.
My cable wasn't on that day. I wasn't on.
He was his Wow. Hey, you know, shit happens though.
Hey, man.
You know what I mean? Squirrel bit the line.
You could be right some of the time, but you can't be right all the time. And I don't even know if that's lyrics, but it just sounds good.
I don't know if I did it not already. I'm gonna give another special shout out to Clarissa Shields, man. You know what I'm saying? With just changing the sports, you know what I mean? Doing your thing. I really like that a lot, man.
The self-proclaimed GWOAT. I like that. You know, that's what she calling herself
Yeah,
now,
GWOAT.
right? The GWOAT.
Yeah. That's
Greatest
all that.
woman of all time.
That's all that right there.
So I respect it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Whoop. I like
The
it.
Yeah, that's hot. That's hot. That's hot.
But you gotta keep in mind, Clarissa, that kicking and punching
Hey,
sound good, but it's gonna get harder. It's a whole
definitely
different.
is. There's some beasts.
MMA is a whole different sport right there.
Yeah,
You know, and that aggression you had in boxing it holds weight. But somebody that's kicking the way you punching,
You know, I the first thing if I was to get into MMA, being as though I got a small boxing background, the first thing I probably get into is probably grappling and trying to work on my ground game, defensive ground game, because I know everybody gonna try to take me to the ground. You know?
especially if they know that that's not your forte.
Right. You know what I mean? So I think I work on that first, because you know everybody gonna try to put you in arm bars or all kind of ankle holds and stuff like that.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't ever want to experience that shit in my life. That arm bar, that shit look like it hurt. Your arm going the other way, like I need that joint just in case I got to shoot. Like I'm none of that shit. I'm not fucking with it. If a nigga look like they're about to put me in the arm bar, I'm tapping out. Like you won, nigga. I ain't playing
Always
with it.
want to prove something today, the age, right? But what? They gonna have something snap, then they let you go.
See, and that's bad. 'Cause then I gotta come back and I gotta really get you. But anyway, but yeah, Clarissa, like I'm curious to see how that's gonna go. You know, I know as far as fighting,
she won her first fight. You know what I mean? She beat some tall chick. We kept taking her to the ground. Had her was dominating most of the fight. Third round, she tried to come out and get her on the ground. She did her little defensive thing and started pounding her out. Boom, 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 boom,
Wow.
boom, boom, boom. You know, she couldn't take too many of them things.
Now, I know earlier when you mentioned Clarissa Shields to me, I happened to mention Layla Ali, and Layla Ali couldn't do MMA. I'm sorry.
Even she requested she was age.
Yeah, even in her prime, she ain't MMA material. See, Clarissa done fought some chicks out in Detroit,
No, she done
MMA
fought some
style.
dudes. She done
But
fought
hey,
she done fought some
how about
dudes.
that?
Right.
So that mixed martial arts
I like
joint
the way
is
you
not
put
as it's not as foreign to her as it would have been to Layla. Layla Ali she ain't had to worry about fighting growing up like that. Everybody knew who her pop was. They ain't want to smoke.
Yeah, the rep a roll.
How about that?
I mean,
But yeah, I'm about to go check that fight out. It was what, this weekend? It was this past weekend that she fought.
I I'm fishing on YouTube. You know what I mean? I just pull up boxing real quick. And I seen her. You know, she had that, like the MMA gloves on. I said, well, repeat that. We see what's going on.
I know she was training with the chick. What's her name? Holly Holmes.
Yeah, so you know, she trained with her. You know, Holly Holmes ain't no joke.
Yeah, that's the chick that beat up the first so-called original bad girl of MMA.
Nicole Myers' daughter, the chick.
No, the chick that started doing the movies and stuff. What's her name?
I don't.
You know, you can see her in the face. But she
I don't
started
know,
doing some movies and
What
stuff. What the hell is her name? You don't know what I'm talking about? She was undefeated for a long time, and Holly Holm
I know
knocked her
Holly
out, and
Holmes
it was but This chick was
Man.
bigger than Holly Holmes.
Christy Martin. I remember Christy Martin.
No, that's not her name. This chick was actually like, she was boppable. She was kind of cute.
You said Bobble.
Yeah, she was boppable.
I'm good.
Stop playing.
She wasn't no manly looking chick. Like she had some sex appeal to her. So
Too athletic. I don't want me myself. I need something that's soft. I don't want no hard.
how about
No hard buns. If I'm eating my buns, you know what I'm saying, with some bread, I don't, you know what I'm saying, I don't want them
You don't
hard.
want- you don't,
nice and
you don't want
soft.
your bun stale?
No, I don't want buns all hard. Man. You know what I'm saying? I like hard buns. I like firm, I don't want hard buns.
What the fuck? I never even thought of hard buns, but now she kind of sound like a butt turtle.
I like when she get the
Hard
little,
buns.
little joints, you know, her joint be boom, boom. I
Mhm.
like that. I don't want no joints with no rock hard boobs.
I get it. I got you.
You know what I'm saying? They like muscles, she out.
What is chick name?
You
I
said
can't
her
blame
boobs
you.
is rock hard. Yo.
Yo, tour. I had back in the day. I had this, you know, I had a track joint. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
She used to run from track meet right to my crib. She used to run marathon joints. Like, damn, you did the track street, and you run to my crib, yeah, and you run a hole, yeah, damn.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Go to
Google
Rick up
this.
on that. It's just too hard, man. Too firm. I like something I can You know what I mean?
Ain't nothing like a good stallion, bro.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Nothing like a good stallion.
Man.
Ronda Rousey is her.
Ronda Rousey,
Yeah, she got
okay.
knocked out crazy.
You know what I mean?
Yes, Ronda
A few
Rousey.
times.
Yes, she did.
Yeah,
I know exactly who you
I'm
talking
gonna definitely
about.
start incorporating fact check now because for the past couple episodes I just caught myself blurting random information out there that was all wrong.
Hey,
So I'm gonna try to steer the listeners proper and do my research, even if it's in mid conversation. You know.
Yeah, I got you.
So Ronda Rousey, yeah, you know what I mean. So think about Ronda Rousey. She was trying to me, she was trying to have like a Mike Tyson effect. Like she was actually like before the face off, she was trying to look tough and all that shit. I'm like, that part don't work. She can fight. She has some toughness to her, but she'd have been better off just doing that shit and just being white. You know?
no, she had a nice fight game. She was whooping some ass too. She was submitting everybody. I
Yeah.
do remember that about her.
That was her thing, yeah.
She was submitting everybody. And she just came across Holly Holmes and, you know,
And that's because Holly Holmes
had
has the
stand-up.
boxing
Had
experience.
stand-up,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's why her Carissa working with her is because she's the only former boxer that turned MMA and was successful, became a champion. So it makes sense to me.
I like the chick, Chris Cyborg.
Oh, she's a problem, but I don't know if that's a
her
chick
name.
though.
Is that her name?
Yeah, but I don't know if that's a chick.
Dude. But
I'm sorry, but I don't. She
throw-
might have to prove that.
She throw everything with bad intentions.
Chris Cyborg, I do not want to fight you, but I would like for you to come on the show and prove.
I think she's a chick, bro.
That you are.
She a
because,
chick. She a chick.
you have to. It's testing and stuff.
I'm about to pull up
involved,
a pic, and we're gonna have to post a pic too. I'm gonna have.
It's testing and stuff that's involved with that.
Right.
I
bro.
don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I like her. over you.
She's a female, man.
I don't know. You know, I asked one chick that I thought was a chick one day somewhere out and about
So,
in the past. Was she a chick? And she said, "I am now."
give me Cyborg over him right now in an MMA match. One
You out
round,
your fucking mind.
one round, she'll tap his ass out.
I wouldn't. No, first and foremost, she gonna get knocked out.
She'll tap his ass
She done
out.
got hit by women with their best punch.
I think-
This punch is knocking her the fuck
I
out.
think I take Cyborg too, bro.
Yeah, fuck both of y'all, yo.
Real tough,
Yeah,
man.
I mean-
Yo, I think she would serve him up. A couple gut shots. You know what I'm saying? But not
tell
without
y'all.
this old head right here. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to further reiterate that I don't believe that Chris is short for Christine. I think it's Christopher. And she Brazilian too. All the Brazilian Johns I done seen is very desirable. Not this one. And I'm talking greasy. Like y'all gonna have Chris wanting to run with me, but I just want to check and make sure that it's not Christopher. Because I don't believe it.
Wow.
I don't
Wow,
believe it.
man.
I'm about to show you a picture of this.
I seen her.
No,
She ain't the most attractive chick.
no, you keep saying chick.
She just hustling.
Every time you say chick, I have doubt. I have doubt. Every time. And that's probably the most attractive picture you gonna get. The other ones was
And there's nothing
worse.
attractive about it.
It
right
ain't.
there.
It ain't.
All right, so you can get that joint. I'm glad you
All right, I'll rumble Chris Cyborg
Shit.
for the right couple dollars. If
Wait.
Mayweather rumble the boy that he just went the distance with, I'll rumble Chris Cyborg for the right. You know what I mean? On some celebrity shit. I do 8 push-ups a day, Chris. Don't get it twisted. You know what I
Nah.
mean?
Is that disappointing that Mayweather went the distance with him?
No,
Mayweather, he made it was a show. He put on a show.
Show.
Just like that Conor McGregor shit was a show. You know what I'm saying? But even though I think Conor McGregor definitely had a better chance of beating him than the boy he just fought. But he just wanted to put on the show so everybody make their money. Mayweather is smart. He's arguably
I just got a little check, man.
him and Jay-Z is two of the smartest black businessmen I can think of, because they turn their dollars into cents. Their dollars make sense like a motherfucker.
True that. Yeah, so what's next on the menu, homeboy? Let's keep this thing,
Right?
moving and grooving right now.
Well, all right. Well, today I was, scrolling through social media or whatever, and I came across this post of another Karen, feeling like she was privileged enough to say what she wanted to say out of her mouth to a minority, and got her ass whooped. And the reason why this was on my mind is because I've been noticing it's been a lot of Karens surfacing. The fact that privileged acting white women are called Karens right now is fucking hilarious to me. For
But
starters.
it doesn't even have to be white. They don't have to be white. They could be any color
How about that?
and be
But
called and be a Karen. But it hurts me when I hear that because one of my most favorite cousins is named Karen, and she is nothing like.
I got an aunt Karen.
Yeah,
Shout out.
she is
Shout out
nothing
to
like
Karen.
the stereotype.
Hey, baby.
So when I hear the word Karen, I keep thinking about my cousin. I'm like, yo, Karen is nothing like that.
she is fucking
And she
hilarious.
is the absolute opposite. My cousin Karen is the absolute opposite of the stereotype, and that is her real name. So it's like,
Shout out to cousin Karen for keeping it a big.
for real, man.
You know
I
what
love
I'm
you,
saying?
cuz. I love you.
But the fact that this particular Karen tried to pop fly with she got into a spat with the FedEx Karen, the FedEx driver.
Mhm.
FedEx driver got a whole bunch of packages and stuff that she taking into this building, and Karen decides she want to confront her before she comes in the building and called her a bitch. So once the bitch, I don't even think she got to finish the itch part finished. She was like, "Buh," and then she was catching all kinds of fucking hands. You know what I mean? So it just kind of started reminding me of, the whole white privilege thing. Like, just keep in mind, in no way am I racist or whatever. I believe, whatever each particular person does, as long as it's respectful, I can respect it. But anytime you get disrespectful, you step out your lane, or you start acting as if you have the authority to invoke some type of authority over another motherfucker, like, you know what I mean? Like, it don't.
You be trying to tell somebody what to do, like, all right. One time before I ran into a male Karen one time.
They call them Kens.
Kens. They
They
call
call
them
them
Kens.
Kens.
I ran to a Ken one time, man. You know what I mean? I took my dog out one night walking, whatever. And after the dog walk, I got a little hungry, so popped and jumped in the well, jumped in my lady well. I shoot to the cheesesteak spot. So I got the windows down halfway. I need the dog, let my pet get the air he need and everything. So I go inside get my grub. So I come out get my grub. I see this white boy over by my truck, and he petting my dog. So I said, yo, my man, you know what I mean? Don't pet my dog, man. I don't want you petting my dog. Oh, man, he's a nice dog, man. He's a really nice dog. I said, yeah, that's all good and everything, but if you was walking down the street with your dog, I wouldn't just come over and start petting your dog. Like, they have no boundaries sometimes, you dig? So he said, yo, what kind of car is this, whatever? So this a few years back, I'm like, it's a Kia Sportage. He said, how about you take your fucking dog, and get the fuck out of here? So I said, so at the time, this brother, he standing next to me. He see what's going on and everything. I turn to him and say, see, it's always a dickhead somewhere, man. You don't always got to do something to somebody. So I had to, put my hands on this dude because he didn't want to let go of the dog. My dog, he still want to pet my dog and tell me to get the hell out of here.
Bang, bang.
So I gave him a couple, and rolled on out. But that's the first time I ran into something. That's one of the first times I ran into it. You know what I'm saying? But you run across it a whole lot. You just don't know it. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's exposed. But through your life, you're like, oh man, that time and that time and that time and that time. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man.
It's definitely something that I've experienced over the years, but it's like for me, when I experience it, I'm always me. So I mean, nobody's gonna dictate what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna move. You know what I mean? But it's like I believe certain things you need to leave to the authorities. You know what I mean? So I think that's why they're so quick to call the authorities. You ever notice they'll pop off, fly, say some shit, and then call the cops on you, but they the ones that popped off, fly, and started the shit.
You know what? There need to be a charge or some type of law implemented where if they call the cops, they need to go to jail or something.
Especially if it's on some incrimination type shit.
Because every time they call the cops,
false reporting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it got to be something deeper than that, man.
That needs to require some significant time.
The reason why I'm saying is every time you call the cops on us, it's like it's attempted murder on us because we don't know what's going on. They the judge and jury on us. They can go any way they want it to go. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Our lives in jeopardy when you call the cops. They were telling me, they do the dumbest shit. They call the cops on kids selling waters and shit like that. Like,
did you hear about the Asian boy who shot the 6-year-old? Asian boy. Some kids was playing in his yard.
No.
He in the car. He let off a couple shots in the car and shoot the young boy in the shoulder.
No. He was.
And then got off on bail.
No, he was in the house.
Okay.
And the young boy left his bike in the yard. The 6-year-old left his bike in the yard. In the Asian man's yard. Went to get the bike from the yard, and the boy shot through the window, hit the young boy in the arm.
Wow.
They got video of it and everything.
Yeah, I was watching the video. It's not all you can really see clearly to me is that the young boy got shot. You see him jumping up and down.
Yeah, and then you see the older young boy. You go to him and say, yo, he got shot in the arm. He's shot in the arm.
How about that?
You know what I'm saying? Then he get out on like a
$10,000
bond.
bond. You know what I mean? But they put him back in, and I think they made his shit like way more significant now. He can't get out now.
Wouldn't better move back on my block.
How about that?
Ain't no coming home with that. Yeah.
Well, you already know how I feel about that stuff. I feel like it ain't nobody gangster in all of Miami because George Zimmerman is still alive. But anyway, that's my thoughts. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What's that?
Alright, I do have a question this week, fellas. Alright. I was sitting back thinking, how old was you? Let's say this. How old was you when you realized that you can talk to a young lady without a pickup line?
Ooh.
I found that shit out about 30 minutes ago. Right before we walked in. No, we saw the baddest. I just saw the baddest, nice little John down to Delhi. She was 35. Never seen her before. And I really don't talk to Johns in the neighborhood. But I was actually pretty attracted to her. Yeah, and we had a conversation. And I didn't crack on her. My eyes had to be cracking on her because I was looking at everything but her face when I was talking to her. Like, yeah, how y'all doing? But ultimately, like, it really recent. I don't even know if I got that shit yet. I can't.
Me myself, I guess I was around like. See, man, my squad. You know what I mean, shout out to my man Is B He. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to my man Job. You know what I mean? We was always like some laughing type of boy. We was always silly. You know what I'm saying? Laughing and joking all the time. So we would go places, man. Then we would all be geared up. So we would go places. You know what I'm saying? And just for us interacting with each other, laughing and joking. People would just be like, damn, what they doing? Oh, they laughing. Next thing you know, we got chicks laughing and joking with us. And it was always never been a problem, man. I have never been a problem getting a chick. That's never been a problem, man.
I agree with that.
Like, that's the easiest thing in the world to talk to somebody, man. I guess I get it from my pop. You know what I'm saying?
It's some cracking is I don't even directly crack no more. Like it's more inadvertent. You know what I mean? You know, like when I was in my 20s, it was all about trying to get their attention. Even when I didn't have to, because in my 20s I got a lot of attention, but it was like always been a comedian type boy. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I say the dumbest shit out my mouth
Oh,
to a female, and that'd be a crack line that nobody else ever used and nobody will use. Right?
Tour.
For example, one time, you know what I mean, like, you know, I'm kind of like a light, like a caramel type complexion. So if I would crack on a dark skinned John at certain years in my age, I would like, you know, if I mix some of my caramel with some of your chocolate, we could fuck around and make a Twix. And I see.
You hear this guy, man?
Well, what I'm saying is,
That work?
oh, plenty of times. They laugh their asses off. They be like, what?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
You know what I mean? Like I just, you know, like I just say whatever the fuck come to my mind. Like I never really cared pretty much whether the shit went good or bad. I just would say what the fuck I wanted to say out my mouth.
See, me myself, I hated rejection. So it took me, oh my goodness, I'm gonna say about maybe in my mid 20s, about 26, 27.
Wow. See, my older
About
brother,
when I realized that you didn't need the pickup line to speak to a young lady. It was about 27.
I'll tell you this, Tor. I'll tell you this. It's much easier now to get a female than it was back in our day.
Oh yeah.
Way
Oh
easier.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Back in the
yeah.
day, you better
I
have
always said this though, if I knew if I knew then what I know now, bruh, it would be a whole different ball game right now. I'll just tell y'all right now.
I'm going in the perspective of this though. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, you know what I'm saying? When I go out with my homies, I would either have my number written down 15 to 20 times and kept it in my pocket like I had cards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, preset, Joe.
Yes,
There you go.
yes, because it's going down. This before cell phones, y'all. You know what I'm saying? This is the 90s.
I got a story for you too about that, but go ahead. I know exactly what you talk. Where you about to go with it.
I was prepared like a Boy Scout. You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly.
I always had them things ready. Doop, 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 doop. But sometimes, one time, I'm gonna tell you, one time I went down VA with my homies, man, squad and shit, right? And I got so drunk that I was on one side of the street and I cracked on a female, right? And me and my homies get tired standing on that side of the street. We cross the street. That chick would walk down the street and cross the street too. And then she come back down. I crack on her again like I never met her in my life.
It's a true story and shit too.
She's like, I met you already. No, you didn't. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm that ball. You know what I mean?
No, you did.
See, now,
Wow.
my problem is a little different. My problem is
Oh.
I see a chick.
You ain't smoke by it.
I got you. I'm going to.
That little brother step your shit out of here, man.
Oh man. All right. So
He
my
also get
problem
hit, so
is
he's also getting told.
I come across females and you know like you got in the 90s I was touring and shit, like, you know what I mean, I was heavy in the music business to the point where it was like I was getting celebrity status in certain locations just off of, you know what I mean, just, you know, how we was dropping it, you know what I mean, the music, the vibe, all that. We had a fan base, and we never actually signed a record deal. So a lot of the females that I got, without me being a real notable artist, was still kind of like groupie Jones. So I kind of always had it my way. So I go places and I be looking at chicks and I be like, damn, she look familiar, but I don't remember her name. I don't know where I know her from. So if she came over and started having a conversation with me, I would have to like kind of play it off like, yeah, you know, yeah, I remember you, yeah. And I don't know. All I remember is how you look. I don't know nothing.
I'm gonna tell you this. For all youngsters out there and they listening and they watching this, man. always be yourself, man. Don't try to put no front on like you someone bigger than what you are, or you somebody that you look up to. You try to be them and this and that. Be who you are. They'll like you a whole much better because you can't fill the shoes of being someone else. You can't be that person.
Yeah, and that's
Not
really how you
yourself.
stand out. If you think about it, if everybody acting the same and you acting like you know what I mean? You gonna be the one to stand out.
I remember my older brother, and once he told me that always be me. You know, I had my friends that also did this, did that. You know what I'm saying? Cool. And once my man Job, God rest his soul, love you boy. You know what I'm saying? Once he put me on the dressing, it was a wrap. You know what I'm saying? It was a wrap.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
So, are y'all saying that y'all never frauded for a girl before?
No.
I have
Never frauded for
Yo,
a
I
girl?
have never frauded. No, why?
Never fraud.
Not for a female, not for a person.
Why would I have to fraud? I can't listen. Okay, if you let me ask you this: was this frauding? My old head would give me his Volvo. You know what I'm saying? And I would go ride and pick the shorty up and bring it back to the crib.
Would you tell her that it was your vehicle?
She know it ain't my vehicle because I tossed the keys back to my
Well,
old head.
then, no, that ain't fraud.
That's one thing.
If you didn't act like it was your vehicle, no.
No, I mean, well, you know what? I frauded because my old head would give me his wheel and I would ride all through the city with that thing. You know what I'm saying? Me and my man. Like
it just depends on, all right, if you was riding through the city and somebody said, yo, is that your whip? Like, nah, that's my old head. How can you be fraud? That's not fraud.
We used to be so damn loud, you know what I'm saying? I was banging that shit every day.
That's not fraud. Well, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I did it. I did it when I was a young boy. I was, I think I was like maybe a sophomore in college. And my brother, he worked at 5-star restaurants. He was a big time sous chef. He could have been a chef. He just never did that formal education to become the chef.
Okay.
He was a sous chef. He was like number 2.
Yeah.
And my brother could cook very well. Like, I'm talking about, he used to work in places like Bookbinders, Capital Grill, shit like that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, I asked him to make a dinner for me one time because I wanted to impress this young lady. And I straight act like I made the dinner.
Oh, that's cool.
I straight act like I made the dinner.
That's called
fraud.
That's called frauding for a good cause.
But did it work?
Oh, it worked. It worked.
Yeah, that's fraud for a good
See,
cause.
look,
Right
look,
there.
let me tell you this. It's only frauding.
If it didn't work.
Fraud.
No, if you just said
That was
let's
the game
eat this
plan
dinner
to
I
love.
made for you, you was
That was
fraud.
a game plan.
Well, no, it was, but she was under the impression that I made it.
But an impression, that's also that just goes along the lines of an assumption. And you know what
See, let me
assuming
tell you
does.
something.
She was under there. I didn't help her. I didn't change her impression at all.
But if you didn't say it,
I never once said that I didn't make it. Oh, best believe if she would have asked me, I would have said, "Oh yeah, it took me 10 minutes."
But if she didn't and you didn't, you wasn't fraud.
But you know
You
what,
was
bro? Let me
feeding.
tell you something. When you first meet a person, everybody's fraud. Everybody's fraud. Because you putting on this persona like you this and you that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how you get the attraction for the chick. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got all wavy. You got your jewels on, got your shit on. You know what I'm saying? You got your shit rocking, got your car all
I
waxed
mean,
up
but if
and all
it's
that.
yours and that shit twist, it's not
But
fraud.
wait.
Okay.
But then once you get the ass,
Then you start frauding for real.
You lose your
What you
interest.
doing? I'm on my way to my
Right.
grandmama crib. She need me to put in some light bulbs.
but she frauding too. She frauding too.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
absolutely. Cause
Chicks fraud more than we do.
Yep.
Okay.
Because they come with all the cosmetic shit. Don't you have long hair?
Oh my gosh,
Okay.
yes.
You know what I'm saying?
The makeup, the hair, the nails.
Yeah.
Because if you
The
come over my
implants.
house,
Right.
if you come spend a night over
Yeah,
my
you're
house,
right.
and you leave anything behind that you came with, it's kind of like a problem. You know what I mean? Like if I go and I'm going to turn over and wake up in the morning, you not there, but it's a fucking big ass like Miss Piggy eyelash or something there. Like I don't. That's That's not positive towards
Oh,
how I'm gonna
bro.
feel about you.
I mean, how about rolling over, waking up, and you see a face in a pillow there, but the woman ain't there, but you see the makeup, the face, and the pillow.
Well, I done woke up before and I done had the rainbow day. You know what I mean? And then I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what is this shit? I thought it was
my God.
bruised. And then I'm sitting there like, oh man, that's that fucking lipstick. You know what I mean? It was some fucking purple, some dark color. It was like levels to the shit. Like, I'm like, what the fuck was she putting on new lipstick while she was doing it? What's going on here? Was she painting my shit? Anyway.
Crazy, man.
All right, y'all. Look, this is a good place to take a break, man.
This guy right here.
We gonna be back on the other side, y'all.
Back in a minute.
Blood to the basement.
Roll back up, man. That's what you do. Roll back up, man.
Welcome back. So, Battle of the Buzz. This pretty crazy this week. 'Cause I don't know what he talking about, but this shit I got right here is some gas. It's AK Cookie.
Listen,
It's pretty good. Now,
roll up.
the wet and cake
Toothpicks.
is good too.
Got some gas.
Yeah, I mean, but it had like a bit of like a kitty litter pungentness to it at the end. Like it kind of had that feeling like, you know, like if you changing the kitty litter, but your face get too close to it, and that like ammonia smell get up in your nose.
It was blowing wild, man.
It had that feel at the end of the pool. I don't know what's going on, but it tastes good though. It's nice.
How do you equate that with that shit?
I don't know. It just I mean, of course it did what it did. I mean, I feel great. I'm sure my conversation can tell. You know, I'm nice and groovy. But I figured this week I'd take a little moment to give people, give the listeners a quick rundown of what kind of, you know what I mean, like what where we come from, like what the 90s and the generation that, you know what I mean, that I claim relevance to as far as artists. I mean, even though I'm still doing music now, but it's a recreated rendition of who I was in the 90s. But ultimately, at that particular point, I had a few things on the table, you know, a couple contracts, a couple major deals. A lot of people throughout the industry, especially Philly-based, we had a scene here called Rap Underground North, where you had your Ram squads, you had the Roots, they were Square Roots at the time. You had what's some more groups that was popping Philly from the 90s that actually went on a major level. You had this was a little bit before Beans. Like I don't recall Beans being at these joints. Definitely the Youngsters, 55th Amendment. A lot of boys, you know. So the moral of the story is this: I just wanted to tell like what I would consider like one of the biggest moments in my career as an artist. They had this venue called what was that, the pay-per-view event that happened in the early 90s where they had Big Daddy Kane's and everybody. It was Rap Mania?
Yeah.
Rap Mania, yeah. So Rap Mania 2, it was held at the Palladium in New York. And through my management, somehow, some way, you know, we were there and we like backstage, behind the stage. So if anybody's familiar with Cash Money, infamous DJ from Philadelphia, legendary DJ Cash Money, his artist at the time, this guy named Chill, knew me from the neighborhood, knew that I rapped. So like at Rap Mania 2, during this major performance, Cash Money and Chill called me out on stage and let me freestyle to like a Cash Money beat. You know, he cutting the beat or whatever, and they let me freestyle to the audience at Rap Mania 2. And it's crazy because that was like for me, I was maybe about 17, 18, and now I'm in front of an audience of people that's just got finished watching like legends, you know what I mean? So that was, and I killed it. You know what I mean? And then another instance where we was at a music seminar and I get my name Sound from doing the beatbox. So I started off battling other beatboxers that's actually pretty famous, you know what I mean, especially in my city. And it was an incident where Dougie Fresh and myself collaborated on like a dance hall beat.
Word?
Yeah.
Word?
And my partner who was a West Indian boy, my man Kid, he was like, you know, doing the dance hall chat over a beatbox that me and Dougie Fresh was doing. So that was also another moment. Like if people had the phones and all that back then, and YouTube and all that shit existed, like these is different, you know what I mean, incidents in my history that stand out. So, you know, I ain't trying to, you know, toot my horn or nothing like that, but I do want to, you know what I mean, let the listeners know that I do have a certain relevancy to the game and a certain, you know what I mean, place, you know, and I got an understanding of what's going on. So look forward to what's coming in the future. That's where last week I did notice I said Gang War at the end of the podcast, and Gang War is actually like my rap name. You know what I'm saying? So look out for Gang War. Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
You know what I mean? And moving on. You know what I'm saying? And my man Pac just a thorough ball. You know what I mean?
Hey man, you know, jeans.
He can spit too though. Don't get it twisted. You know what I mean? That's the best kept secret right there. You know what I mean? 6-pack of Miller over here rolling up fucking apes.
Y'all keep talking about y'all spitting and stuff like that, man.
Listen, you hear that's them talking.
When
Sure, man.
when you gonna display some of this artistry here on the show, man?
Yeah, so you gonna display some of your artists.
Whenever. We was supposed to have a couple guests that was gonna show their spittitry, but you know what I mean? It's my show. You can get it whenever. Like, I'm on call with it. You know what I mean? Or some real shit. That's one thing I know I'm good at. You know what I mean?
Hey, man. Oh, all I know is you got a dope ass intro beat, man. All I think you gonna kick a freestyle, man. You just throw the intro joint on there and do something, man. It's only a minute. Just drop a quick bar on
I
it.
thought about doing something to that intro beat, right? But that beat is so, to me, it's kind of saying everything. That beat is, I really fuck with that beat. Shout out to my cousin Timogen. You know what I mean? He killed that joint, you know what I'm saying? And on this outro beat that I'm bringing up next, my brother did that, Eaton Dean Productions. You know what I'm saying? So, we got some stuff in the works.
That's my man.
You know what I mean? We gonna get him on here one of these days too. You know what I mean? Hopefully both of them, so they can, you know what I mean, let you see who they are. And they smoke blunts in the basement too. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
On some real shit. You know what I mean? Like this is kind of like, you know, all this blunts in the basement comes from what we did coming up, like where our bond comes from, where our friendship grew from, is from smoking blunts in the basement, random basements, because we started this when we was really like teenagers still, so it was kind of still taboo to be smoking, so we would kind of, blunts in the basement come from sneaking and smoking, you know what I mean, so that your mom or your grandmom or whoever didn't smell a shit, you know what I mean, or whatever, that it was somewhere where you can sneak, smoke, you know what I mean, and chop it up, and you know, not had to be outside with it at the time, but look where it's gonna be now. Everybody can smoke blunts in the basement.
Pretty much,
I heard it's legal in New York now.
Hey,
man, it is legal in New York.
That's
Yes,
crazy.
yes. I mean, like, you know what's crazy is, it's just I remember when I first started smoking. I started smoking when I went to college. Man, first time I smoked the L when I went to college.
How old was you?
Yeah, 17.
Okay.
about the same age.
Yeah, I was a little, you know, I had my little nerdness with me a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But it was the first time I ever smoked the L, man, and I thought it was, hey, man, at first, when I first went there, I thought drinking was the lick. Nah. Nah.
It's way better, and it's
You drink
better
too
for
much.
you.
You drink too much, you're gonna be throwing up. You smoke too much, you're going to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So,
It's only a bad thing
Or
if
you
you
get
got some
hungry.
shit to do that you ain't
Yeah.
supposed to
You
do.
get hungry.
yeah, or you hungry, you know what I mean? Yeah, like you said, you know, the one thing we can do is make you very lazy. So, I mean, if you have something very important to do, I suggest you wait until after you do that to smoke.
Right.
I tell it to everybody, please.
And if you're a new smoker, make sure you done already handled your business before you smoke.
If you're a new smoker, stop now. Stop this very second.
Smoking should be something that if you smoke, you do it after you've conducted your business. This is a wind down. It's not a turn up. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if you in school or something like that, you really, now I agree, you need to chill until, not maybe college, that's a different story, but high school, you need to graduate high school. I ain't smoke with my kids until they was out of school. That was just a rule that I put. I knew they was gonna smoke because smoking always kind of been the, you know what I mean, the best option of doing any type of, you know what I mean, recreational habit. Smoking always kind of been the best choice to me.
Yo,
Not cigarettes, but tree.
yo, give them back the barrel of the buds, man.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's definitely time for judging.
Yeah, man. Like
This
All right,
shit,
boy,
here we go.
you know,
It's that time, y'all. Battle.
I'm bringing my buzz
of
out.
Buzz.
And that-
See my
that-
buzz.
Oh, and that's
You know what
wedding
I'm
cake?
saying? This is wedding cake.
Yeah, wait a minute, hold up. Wait a minute. Put that back up again real quick.
Bang.
They're big butt. They're big
Wedding
buds.
cake.
Hold on. I'm trying to make sure I got that right there. Put
That's
that deep into it
that's
real
how we
quick.
getting down this week.
There we go. Wedding cake. All right, and what you got there, Mr. Supreme?
What I got is AK cookies.
You gotta put that up. Put that up there.
You know what I mean?
Hold on.
AK cookies.
That's the AK cookie.
You know what I'm saying?
Smell good.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's light though.
Yeah.
Widen back out.
Yeah, them joints right there. Them shits look like they look like moon rocks. It's supposed to look.
Husky boys.
Yeah, them shits. Yeah. That shit looks like it was freshly picked.
All right. So let's pull it up. And
Let's get
who
to it.
pulled the lucky straw this week?
Let's get to
I'm gonna say good
This is
old
what I wanted to. This is what I wanted to answer. But I don't
Sound
know what it is.
Supreme.
It's called.
kicks it off
You said
this
what?
week. You kick it off this week.
All right, so I
And we're
got.
going with AKC, which is also known as AK Cookies. Now, I gotta ask you a question. What is up with you and these cookies here, lady? This is the second week we went there in cookies, man.
I got a sweet tooth.
Yo, I'm about to say that, yo. Whoa, that's sweet shit. Strawberry,
You know what I'm
this,
saying?
pineapple, that, all this. You know
Hey,
what I'm saying?
from January to March is like my favorite times of the years because you can get Girl Scout cookies. So, and I mean, the weed is always there, but I'm talking actual cookies. Like, I just like cookies. You just can't go cookies and cream, ice cream. You know what I mean? I just like cookies and shit.
I'm trying to lose this weight, man.
Looks.
I mean, definitely trying to lose this weight right now.
The
I'm almost
AK.
30
AK
days out,
cookies.
Looks,
man.
Look.
see, I got the blueprint for you, Pack. If you follow, we do it together. Well, I'm actually was thinking that's something I wanted to add to this. In addition to this Battle of the Buds, we also going to incorporate a losing weight challenge. You know what I mean? Now, I have not officially asked Pat, so I'm putting that out there to whoever, but I would like for you to join in too. I figure at our age, you know what I mean, I want to really show, I'm single, by the way. You know what I mean? I want to show the people out there that it's all about the effort that you put into it, whatever it is in life. You know what I mean? Whether it's your body, whether it's your pockets, your finance, your career, whatever that is, it's about the effort you put into it. So, you know what I mean? I'm really, trying to put the effort into getting the same body I had in my 20s, late 30s, You know what I mean? And I was a beast. And I feel like I could be that same beast in my 40s. So I want you to get in basketball shit. Hey, I know, but you remember when you was balling like basketball shit? Remember that picture you got at the crib when you got you got sweat you got swim shorts on. You was at the beach or something with Riz. You know what I'm talking about? That was basketball. That was basketball body for you.
Yeah.
You can get that back.
Hey man, listen man.
All right,
It's
Battle
time
of
for us
Buds.
to wrap it up,
I
man.
got you.
You know.
All right, so yeah, that challenge that's coming next week. We're gonna
Yeah.
get into that. All right, so as far as looks, the 8K, I give it a an 8.5. It's definitely nice. It's pretty.
8.5. Okay. Taste.
Taste of this, I like it a lot. So I'm gonna give it a 9. Taste.
Big marks. Okay, and potency.
It got a nice little kick to it, but it ain't the strongest I ever had. So I'm gonna go with an 8.5 for the kick. But it's nice.
I can't believe this man right now.
He's giving some major marks.
Yeah,
I
listen,
I like this. Shit. It's
listen,
nice.
listen.
I'm about to get some more.
It smells
26.
good. It look good.
Alright, let's go with the looks.
That shit.
Miss-
All right, look. Looks like old lettuce. So, so I'm gonna give it like a 6. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he said
Wow.
lettuce.
You know, like
Okay.
you need a salad in the fridge and shit. The shit get a little dark. You know what I mean?
Like old lettuce.
Old lettuce.
Okay.
But it still smells. It's got a nice little ripe
man.
smell to it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Kick. See, he
Well,
wrote a little
the taste.
taste was good. But he wrote a little funny duddy, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we come to smoke, that's burn. He come with this little ass shit. I can't really get into it.
Yeah.
See?
So-
Can't get into the shit. Man.
So you can't give a score for the taste?
I'm giving it a fucking 6.
Another 6. Wow.
Yeah, man. He messed it up. It wasn't no battle this week.
And potency. You
I'm
need the
smoking
kick.
my shit. I can't even taste it.
No!
Oh, damn.
Oh man.
Shout out to my nigga Shiz.
So-
You know what I mean? With the cake, baby.
So you gotta give me a number, man.
Alright, man. 7.
7.
Right, yeah.
Okay, 19. Wow. Okay. Here we go. Wedding cake. Sound supreme. Looks.
So,
Oh, looks, I give it, it's a strong 9.5 on looks. It looked fucking beautiful. I was going to go 10, but you know what I mean? But I can't complain not one bit about the look. It looked beautiful.
Okay.
that's
Taste.
what it was.
Taste,
Taste.
you get a taste like an 8. It got like I'm telling you, like the first time I smoked it, it was like a kind of like pneumonia-y type joint to let out. It tastes a little better now. I don't know if that was just the part that I was smoking or what, but
Alright.
this is it now and I'm enjoying it.
Potency.
Yeah.
Potency, yeah, it definitely got some kick. I'm getting potency like 8.5.
26. All right. Pat,
Hey, man.
looks on the wedding cake, man.
That joint was so earthly, man. You know what I'm saying? I think it's crazy. So, listen, look at the big buzz, man. I'll let you see again, man. You know, we'll try running short. Look at it real quick.
I'm gonna keep it a bean, like from a
Healthy buzz, man.
hustle
Big
standpoint,
healthy
not
buzz.
even incorporating the smoke. That's
You know
what you
what I'm
want.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
Orange,
That's how you want your buzz to look.
orange hairs all over this thing. All fuzzy.
Cause 'Cause you know, ain't nobody gonna complain about that motherfucker. One bit.
You gotta give me a number though, okay?
All right, on looks, I give it. I like it. It's like 8.5 on looks.
Wow. That's major coming from you because you don't give big numbers. Okay. Taste.
Taste, you got a nice little, like a little fruity taste to it. So I give it about another 8.
Potency.
Potency, I give it about another. I give it about an 8.5. Like I'm pretty solid with this.
Yeah. Wedding cake wins, man, but wedding cake wins.
Hey man,
It's like about a landslide.
tell
son.
my opponent to put some more weed on the
got you.
table. We got here smoking joke. I don't know what the fuck he doing right there. That shit was crazy, baby. It's the second week in a row too.
So let's do a recap, y'all. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So we got in week 1 we had Gelato versus OG Kush.
Mm.
All right. Gelato lost to OG Kush.
Yeah.
Then we had SG is
I had
what is that, sour? No.
what's the other one? Just
Because I know we had SG versus CS.
we had a second week.
And
SG is super glue.
right, super glue.
CS is CS.
That's how I don't
All I know is super glue won.
know. Yeah.
And then we had Platinum Kush versus Blue Cookies. Platinum Kush barely won by like a .5 victory.
Mm.
And this
Wasn't
week,
bitter.
Wedding Cake destroys AK Cookies. So,
I mean, if he would have just would have wrote a better John, you know what I'm saying? If you just say Pac wrote as, you know, I'm a specialist. You know what I'm saying? I'm a split specialist, man. That's what I do.
all right, y'all. Well, y'all know at the end of that brings us to another end of Blunts in the Basement. Man, it was a great episode this
Yeah,
week.
man. There's
Yo, it was some great stories, man. I love that. I love the stories, man.
got plenty more.
Yeah, it was great stories. And y'all just keep on coming, y'all. Keep on tuning in. We'll see y'all next week. Fellas, pull out y'all handles.
Yeah. Gang War 215 IG.
What's my
Blunts in the Basement.
Pac Money 215.
And Blunts in the Basement. All IG.
Yeah, go to Blunts in the Basement, man.
And you can get both of us from there.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? And tune in. You know, we got more things to come.
doubt.
Definitely, we're going to do this challenge. And starting next week, we should have our first guest on here. We may even have our first 2 guests. People that are also, you know, in the industry or are familiar with smoking blunts with us in the basement. So we just bring them to the table. You know what I mean? Turn us into a nice little smoke party. All right?
True.
Come smoke with us.
True blunt enthusiasts. All right, y'all. See y'all next week.
Right there.
And we out of here, y'all.
Peace. Yeah, that was fun right there.
Light it up, light it up, light it up, light it up.